All right, we're at the end of March. Literally, the last day of March is tomorrow when I'm recording this right now, and so I probably won't get a record today or tomorrow since tomorrow is Easter. But I think it's a good time to go ahead and do the March wrap-up with the albums that I picked up in March. Now, I told myself I'm not going to get a ton of records this March, that I'm going to take it easy. And that was the goal. And I didn't purchase as many records this month. I did receive some that I'd already ordered, and then I also was gifted several records, which is a huge blessing, and I'm super excited to have in my collection, but definitely weren't things that I was expecting to get. So I'm excited to show you everything I got. So let's jump in. So the very first record that I received this month, and I think it was the first day of the month, was I got two from Bad Time Records. I got Wavebreaker number 2 with Mike Park and Catbite. Now, Mike Park runs Asia Man Records. Excuse all my ums. Runs Asia Man Records, known for being in a lot of really great bands like Skank and Pickles and the Bruce Lee Band. Skank and Pickle and Bruce Lee Band. And then, of course, Catbite, one of the most popular ska bands out right now. I'm going to be going to see Catbite very, very soon, and this was the only vinyl that I know of that they've put out that I did not own. And I hadn't really listened to this yet, but the Mike Park track on here, one of the tracks was played on the podcast on the Upbeat when they had Mike Park on there, and I was like, dang, I need to get this album. So these Wavebreaker albums are only a few songs, like 3 to 4 songs. There's 2 tracks on the Mike Park side, 2 tracks on the Catbite side, and the album itself is this bright yellow. In fact, it's brighter than what it looks like in the video right now. Very bright yellow album, so definitely enjoying it. And the next one, band I most recently had on my podcast, which is Call Me Malcolm, a fantastic ska band from the UK, recently signed to Bad Time Records, and this album is called Echoes and Ghosts, and holy cow, it's so good. So good. A lot of, like, pop punk influence, a lot of great ska, really nice guys. And seriously, maybe one of the most beautiful pressings I've ever seen. Look at that. It just looks so good. The splatter is amazing. So definitely excited to have this in my collection. If you want to hear a couple of tracks on here, go listen to my podcast. I've got 2 full tracks in the podcast, and then there are other songs, of course, you can listen to online. But definitely excited to have Call Me Malcolm. Now, of all the albums that I bought, this is maybe the one I feel the most guilty about buying, but not really. I had convinced myself not to buy this. I had said, I don't need it. I don't need it. And then one day I was looking on the website, because when you're an addict, you kind of check in on your source, And so I'll go to these different websites where I typically buy albums from and be like, what's new? What'd you get in? What's going on? And so one of the places I buy records from sometimes is Target. And so I look at my local Target and see what vinyl records are actually in the store ready to get, which was a bad idea. But I don't regret it that much. I picked up No Doubt, the singles from 1992 to 2003. This is a greatest hits album. It's silver vinyl. It's a double LP. And listen, a lot of the songs on here are available on the other No Doubt albums, and I have every No Doubt studio album through Return of Saturn. So I'm missing just a couple, just literally I think 2 full-length albums. But there's one song that's on this that is not on any other No Doubt album because it came from a soundtrack, and that is New, and I really like New. So I was like, I gotta pick this up. So I think I just said it was New, and I'm not sure that's the right one, because I think New is... I'm trying to remember. No, I think it is New. It was on the soundtrack. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, that was on the soundtrack for the movie Go, and the music video for that always got me really hype. The band looked great, sounded great. It was a fun, energetic song. So, yeah. So, No Doubt, the singles, getting closer to having every No Doubt album. Definitely knew I was going to get this one, planned on this one for quite some time. This was my one, like, I was making excuses for. But Norah Jones Visions, I love Norah Jones. There's a lot of albums of hers I don't have and I'd like to get, but For one, she's from real close to where I live, so I always want to support artists that are from here that I like. But for two, is the album is just, it's very different. Nora switches genres a lot. She's got side bands that are like punk and country, and she's known for doing jazz, and then she adds some singer-songwriter. This is like this, it's got a really like folky vibe in a lot of ways, very singer-songwriter-y. She plays guitar a lot more on this than she usually does. Usually she plays, she's known for playing piano. So it's very different, but I really like it. So it's Norah Jones Visions. This is the, I'm trying to remember. I think I picked this up at like Barnes & Noble, or no, I got the Indie Record Store exclusive. That's right. So Barnes & Noble had a different color. It was like a teal color. But I wanted to order this from a local indie record store, and so I got the orange, which I liked the teal a little bit more, but I think the orange actually matches the cover better. And of course, the cool thing is you're supporting a local independent store, which is the goal. Man, I went blurry for a minute there. I was blurry. But anyway, highly recommend picking up that album. It's really great. Okay, so then I went to eat with a friend of mine who runs a record label, my buddy from Ska Punk International, and he brought some records I had ordered ahead of time, and he brought me some gifts as well. So I'm going to show you all of that now. Very excited about it. So one of the things I got right off the bat was Mega Infinity Chaos Magic. This is really good music. If you listen to them, I don't totally know how to describe them. They definitely have some ska influence on there. They've got some folky, some singer-songwriters, some rock and roll. It's really like a mix. And again, a really pretty pressing. This really great splatter on there. And this is just a 10-inch, but I really love it. And another thing I love is that when I order something from Ska Punk International, even if it's 10-inch, it comes in an outer sleeve. So, like, because, I don't have 10-inch sleeves. I need to order some. Excuse me. Another great album from them, from Ska Punk International, Poindexter. If you didn't know that Poindexter is a really, really great ska album, then you should definitely check this out. And what's cool about Poindexter is that it kind of mixes in some fantastic, I feel like it's got like some shoegaze mixed in. And I really love shoegaze and that kind of vibe. Now this does have like sort of it's like a brownish kind of vibe. It looks almost purple in that. But it's got like a little bit of a swirl in there. Really hard to see the color unless you're like under some light. But this album, Treats, is really good. And highly recommend that you listen to this. Fantastic album. Really, really enjoyable to listen to. Another one that I was really excited to pick up was Bumsy and the Moochers, Diet Violence. Guys, these guys are so great. And that album cover is something, right? I mean, it's unforgettable. So this is a really thick, like 180 gram vinyl. It's a red. It looks kind of orangish there, but it's like more of a red. But again, really great ska, a little bit more aggressive at times. Just fun stuff. And then if you're looking for like a little bit more chill kind of ska, this one's got like more pop sensibilities, Simple Minded Symphony. I felt like this one was more of like a mellow kind of chill out and enjoy ska album. And that's one of the things I love about having, Ska Punk International around, and you get this some from the other labels, and this is just black vinyl, but you have like a wide variety of tastes of ska, because I think a lot of people, they think of ska, they think of one thing. They think of two-tone, they think of traditional ska, they think of, like the Orange County sound, but there's so much out there. And so if you put this next to Bumsy and the Moochers, next to Poindexter, all three of those are such different ska sounds, and they're all really good. So if you've never picked up Simple Minded Symphony, you definitely want to check that out. All right, another one, a Texas band, so I got to support them. Hans Gruber and the Diehards with a Vengeance. This is like the third pressing of this album, and so this is the, sort of the deluxe edition. It's got some extra tracks on it, and it's great. I have not had the privilege of seeing Hans Gruber and the Diehards live yet, even though they're from my home state here. But one of the things that you get when you watch any of their live videos is that they are a band that like sows chaos in their live shows. So if you want to see like a crazy show, this is a band to go check out. They have tracks that are really aggressive. They've got puppets. They're like running around in their underwear. People are on stage. People are on the bar. It's all over the place, but kind of a fun thing to check out. And let's see, 2 more. Joker's Republic, Necessary Evil. So this album, I waited too long to listen to this album. I'm going to say that straight up. It's been out for a bit. And I knew of this band. They're from New Jersey. Again, ska with a lot of like pop punk and some edgier guitars at time. Really talented band, and like the guitar shreds, man. But like these guys, I like knew about this album, and I really hadn't listened to it a lot. And then when I finally like sat down and listened, I was like, oh my gosh, this album is so good. So definitely one I'll be spinning a lot. Joker's Republic, Necessary Evil. And then going completely away from the ska and the harder stuff, I've got a very like chill album here. Another local artist like from Texas, but one that I really love. This is Casey Musgrave's Deeper Well. So some interesting things about this album. This album came with a poster, which I probably won't hang up. It's a weird dimensions, and I like her, but she's not like in my absolute favorite. By the way, a little red vinyl. But it's a cool poster. So if you love Casey Musgraves, it's one that you will definitely want to hang up. And I love her. She's just not there for me. But I also buy every album I can by her because I like her so much. She also has scented sleeves in this album because she created her own Deeper Well scent with a candle company. And so they scented the sleeves. So that's something very different and unique. It smells good. It smells good. The album is great. Really folky. A lot of like 60s and 70s folk vibes in there for me on this album, which I dig. And her voice is just so soothing, so relaxing. So very excited to get that. So let's see, that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 albums again this month. And I had said I wouldn't go that high, but again, several of these, about 3 or 4 of these were gifted to me. Several of them were ones I'd ordered months ago. And then there was a couple impulse buys, but very excited to have these albums in the collection. And that's it for March. April, we've got Record Store Day. We've got some albums that I've ordered that I'm waiting to come in. Like some of them I ordered months and months ago. Some of them I ordered in the last couple months. And then we've got, just lots of good stuff. So we'll see what April brings. Looking forward to it. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Go back and watch more of the record collection videos. I'm trying to maybe get back to doing some book reviews and stuff on the channel. It's hard to manage my time to do all the things I'm trying to do, but I'm working on it. So please keep hanging out on the channel, and I look forward to seeing you later. Bye.